Hi, it's Angie.
And Sherrel.
And Sherrel is our passion for food columnist for the Oklahoman. And she today is going to give us a little hint on what we should do for New Year's. Obviously, a lot of us are used to black-eyed pea soup. We've heard of having black-eyed peas for New Year's. Well, this is a little different take on that. Tell us what we're doing.
Different take. Well, what I do is I get started like I do most soups in the pan with chopped vegetables, and we're going to have a little leftover ham from Christmas. Or you can use turkey if you want, and I just add that in to be sauteed. You can do, 1, 2, or 3 cups, however much you want.
Okay.
And then I use 3 kinds of peppers in this soup: a chopped poblano pepper, and then a couple of Anaheim peppers, some chopped onion, and add those to the mixture. So I like to put some spices in with it, and I use Spike to cut back a little bit on the salt.
Okay.
Because the ham's going to add a little salt to it. And then I also add some garlic powder or garlic salt. And all this sort of cooks and infuses in with the vegetables, and that's why I like to do it that way. A little bit of cumin. Maybe a little more cumin than some of the others. And this is a smoky paprika. And I think it adds a nice touch. And then I add quite a little bit of oregano. And I like to do with the mortar and pestle because it brings out more flavor.
Oh, I can smell.
Yeah,
it smells good.
Exactly. And then this I have to. My sons all love a little bit of extra hot spice, so just use some of the stuff like you see in the pizza parlor, the red pepper flakes.
And according to what your
family's taste is, you can leave them out altogether if you need to. So we're going to saute this until everything really starts to caramelize, till the onions actually start to brown, because that's going to give us a lot of flavor.
How's it looking?
Well, it's looking pretty good. Our vegetables are sweated pretty well, and just a little bit beyond. They're starting to caramelize on the edges. You'll see it on the onions, and that's really going to bring about the flavor. And if you look in here, Angie, there's some little bits of the drippings off the veggies and ham stuck to the bottom of the pan. Well, when we add our chicken broth to this, that's going to just deglaze that. And all of that will be worked into the body of the soup. And then I'm going to add a can of black beans.
There's the black beans.
There they go. Now, if this is New Year's, if you make this on New Year's, you will probably want to add a can of black-eyed peas at this point also.
So you can.
You can. If you get it a little too hot, add another can of beans to it.
Oh, really?
Now, you can cook this from scratch using the dried black beans, but you'd want to soak them first.
Okay.
And then do about twice as many peppers and onions, I think, is the way I like to do it.
Some more chicken broth?
More chicken broth.
Okay.
And I'm going to let this all cook down. And we're going to have another can of black beans.
Wow.
This will feed 4 to 6.
I was going to say.
And this is a soup that I like to save. I freeze it in Ziploc bags. This mixture is the mixture that I blended together, a can of chicken broth and a can of black beans. And that's going to be like a thickened part, sort of like a thin milkshake, actually, that also goes in the soup.
So now do we need to just let it boil?
Now we're going to let this simmer for about 30 minutes, and it'll come back up over maybe medium heat. And when it comes to a boil, then we're going to just turn it down and let it simmer uncovered for about 30 minutes.
It looks beautiful.
Yes, our soup is ready, and I went ahead and put in the black-eyed peas because we want to get our New Year's, our share of New Year's good luck.
You got to have your luck for the New Year.
That's right. And so I have here some Texmati brown rice.
Okay.
It cooks up and looks white, but it is a brown rice. And I like it because it's just a little more rustic, and certainly it has more fiber in it.
Oh, wow.
And if this was your plate, nice winter evening, this is going to warm you up.
Look at that steam,
Yeah.
My goodness.
And you could cook it a little longer. You could mash the black-eyed peas a little more.
That's true.
There's several ways to do it.
That is
Doesn't that look good?
beautiful.
And then I like the garnish of some red peppers.
There you go. Oh yeah, that adds some nice color.
And maybe a couple of little jalapeno slices here, which is nice.
Very.
Depends on who you're dipping it up for.
Yeah.
But this is a He-Man size portion.
I know.
And I love to add a little bit of green onion, the little scallions, just sliced up.
Oh, this is wonderful. Well, for this awesome recipe, you can just check out the Oklahoman in the Life section for her Passion for Food column, Sherrel Jones Passion for Food column in the Oklahoman, and obviously on newsok.com as well. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Angie.
Yep.